Happy Civics Day, everyone. We are at New York Civics Day. I am Shanice Neal-Otley, Associate Director for Communications at GC, and I am here with Althea Stevens, City Council Member Althea Stevens. And I am so happy to have you here. It's so good to meet you. You're at Civics Day. And this is like one of our most electric events of the year. How are you feeling right now being in this room?
Listen, it's always beautiful to see young people engaged and talking about real issues that affect their lives. So just being here is my continual inspiration. I grab inspiration from all of them, and just even having a conversation with a group of kids around homelessness in the Bronx and explaining some of the issues that we're facing is just beautiful to see, and see how much they care, how much passion they have. It's really just, it's what we need and what really needs to be on display.
Absolutely. I mean, I joke whenever I interact with any of the young people who are at a Civics Day, I'm always joking with them like, I don't know if at 15, 16, 11 in some cases, I was thinking about these things. And likely not because it wasn't important, but I feel like you mentioned in your speech earlier, there's such an awareness with our young people now. You know, they're really standing in their power, they're really using their voices. And so why do you feel like, as if I were a younger person,
You're young, don't worry about it. Who said you're not?
Why do you feel like it's important for them to, like you said, walk into those city council member offices and to get this work done?
Listen, I have always been a natural troublemaker. So I've always questioned why something was the way it was, or why I had to show up and do something when someone told me something. But I think it's so important that young people are in these spaces because they know things that we don't. And we're always coming up with policies, and we're always coming up with programs with no input from young people. And we're always thinking about what they think they want and not really having them tell us what they want. And so, you know, we have so many programs where attendance is less than 50% because kids are like, I don't want to do that.
Exactly.
And so for me, it's always thinking about how are we making sure that their voices are being heard. And then we also can't wait until people become 18 and then all of a sudden expect them to know how to engage, and we've never engaged them.
Absolutely. And that's something that our CEO talks about a lot. It's not just about, you know, and you touched on it today, it's not just about, you know, children being the future, but they are the now, and we're seeing so much of the now in this room right now. And so my final question for you today is, as we look upon this sea of young people, like, what is your biggest piece of advice for them if they are thinking about, you know, beyond this project, beyond this program with Generation Citizen, how can I continue to be involved in issues that are impacting me locally?
One, I talk about being civically engaged and what that looks like on so many levels. So one, I want to tell them, thank you for taking the first step of actually caring. So that's the first thing. You actually cared enough to spend time on an issue that you are trying to solve. So there's a problem that you tried to solve. Two, I want to say that there's so many ways that they can get involved, right? So one, I have a youth advisory board. I take all kids. I don't turn any kids away. I mean, I was in youth development for 20 years, and that's always been my motto. I don't believe in turning kids away. You want to be involved? Let's figure out how to get you involved. Three, you only have to be 16 to be on community boards. Young people do not know that. They can sign up to be on a community board and have real change. And I actually think that more young people should be on community boards because that's a place where they're talking about the things that's coming into communities, what projects, any community issues, and they come up with real solutions, and you only have to be 16. There's another thing that's in every community as well, precinct councils. No one ever goes to precinct councils.
Wow.
Precinct councils is basically a meeting that happens once a month in the precincts where you have a conversation on what do you want policing to look like in your community. That there's no age requirement.
Wow.
And those are small ways that people can get involved and be a part of the solution. And I have more. I also passed legislation where young people can actually be on a DYC Youth Advisory Board. We're always looking for young people to appoint there. And there's always these appointed positions that, you know, council members have and borough presidents have that young people just never tap into. So they should definitely make sure that they're looking up on their council members' website. If they're having meetings, they can show up to their meetings. They should show up to hearings. They can testify. Young people, I love when you show up and testify at meetings. Actually, I have a hearing coming up. Look it up. Coming up, you can always just testify. It's a public testimony. Council members have meetings all the time. Just get involved where you can. And if there's issues that you want to hear, go to your council member's office. I say it all the time. Walk into your local council member's office and say, hey, I am John Doe, and I want some information. And what do you guys do here? And what can you do for me? And I promise you, more than likely, they will help you.
I love that. Well, you guys heard it here first. Summer is upon us. Use this time wisely to get connected with your local officials, especially if you have these projects that are really near and dear to your heart that you want to see move forward. Thank you so much, CM Stevens, for talking to me. It's been really good, and I know everybody's gonna love to soak up all these gems that you just dropped. So thank you.
I'm always here, and folks can always just reach out to me. I tell, especially young people, hit me up on social media. It's actually me responding 99% of the time. Young people are always like, wait, this is the councilman? I'm like, yes,
Yeah.
me. What's up? What do you need? And so it's
that.
important for young people to just know that they're accessible, and I'm here to support whatever they need.